everyone. I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 275, Top 4 Business Tools You Should Be Using.
This is like my favorite podcast to do. I just love it.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun because A, we love doing these things, and we love talking about all the tools that make our job easier and also make us look more professional. So
exactly. So let's get going.
Well, our first tool is Calendly. It's very hard to say, but it's a great tool. And I can't talk more about Calendly. It has transformed my practice. It's something, it's a great tool. If you don't know about Calendly, it's a tool that allows your clients, your customers, your prospects, anyone to click a link and have a view of your calendar of when you have open times, and they could just schedule right into that. It's a wonderful thing.
Talk about saving time. Those emails that go back, can you meet Wednesday and Thursday? Sure. What time? Oh, this, oh, that. You know, it is so important to have a tightly managed calendar, and Calendly takes all the guesswork out of it.
Yeah,
so it's a good one.
It's great too. And BJ, you brought up a great point. Like when you have a group of people that want to schedule, it allows you to do that too. So they all figure out the right time to meet and stuff. I was so afraid of using Calendly because A, I didn't want anybody looking at my calendar. You know, I was afraid about that. That was one fear. The second fear I had was that I'd have clients and prospects scheduling all over my calendar. And the worst thing for a coach is to have downtime. You want to coach people one right after the other.
Right.
And it's like this. I started using Calendly. And the other thing about Calendly, it's not that expensive. Don't tell them that. But it's not that expensive. It's like $15. So check it out. Check it out. It's a great tool. It has transformed my practice.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing that I love is I can go on and look if you and I need to do a brainstorming. I don't have to bother you. I could just go and look, pick a thing, and then we do it. It's just so nice. I love it.
There was a real problem that I had with prospects where if somebody wanted to look into my practice, I would have to reach out to them and go, give me your email and your phone number and I'll call you and we'll schedule something. And most people didn't want to do that. Now they just click a link on my website and it takes them right to my calendar. And I get so many more clients now because it has eliminated the friction between me and a prospect. So,
and anybody who has a virtual assistant who's taking care of fielding calls and things like that, they can use the Calendly to load up the schedule, and it doesn't have to bother Rich. It's like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, so, things just pop on my calendar. I'm like, oh, I've got
to keep going. Oh my God. The one I'm going to talk about, and I talked about this last year, but they went through a huge redo, and it's called Basecamp. That's our production software. And some of the really cool things during the revamp had to do with scheduling, and then also trying to think of your projects in a different way. They have these cool cards that you could set up that highlight certain projects that are high priority. And it makes it possible for your team, if you're an account person and you've got your team together, the team can see what you think are the big hot buttons for the week. So it's a huge, huge advancement for sure.
Yeah, when I worked with you, BJ, you made me use Basecamp. And what it really did was, first, it made me responsible about my to-dos and the things that I had to get done. And I can't be that client that goes, I didn't, what did we talk about last week? And no, it's right here in Basecamp. So I was responsible. I was punctual, and I knew exactly the things that I needed to get done. And
Yeah.
your team would pump things in, and I'd get an alert. Hey, there's something new. I need to look at the new homepage and stuff.
Yeah.
Basecamp is an incredible tool, and it's very transparent. It doesn't overtake your entire system. Uh,
No, not at all. And I think some of the key things our clients had been, concerned about over the years was, oh, do I have access to all those documents? No problem. Just go on Basecamp, look in the doc area. You'll see anything because they'll want to reuse a cell sheet from before or something like that. It's all sitting right there. It's just so much easier for them to use.
it's a great tool. When I was launching a product, one of my products, I worked with a vendor, and she made me use Basecamp too. So it was like, I know Basecamp, and your clients, and BJ, you could probably say your clients learn it very quickly. It's not a
very
hard tool.
quickly. Yeah, we were doing something with American Cancer Society, and they use it in an enterprise way. And absolutely amazing to see the difference between our business and enterprise.
Yep.
I learned so much in a very short period of time. It was so cool.
Yeah, you guys have been using it for a long time. So
now I know that you use a system that you've been happy with, and it's kind of cool to see your evolution over the years.
Yeah, what's happened is I take notes when I work with clients, and I used to take them on paper because I could draw and do things. And I said, you know what, I need to eliminate paper. So I moved into a Mac app, which was called Bear, which was actually a really cool tool. I liked it. The only problem is when I moved from my laptop to my my Mac Mini, all of my Bear information got corrupted, and their help wasn't that good. And I said, okay, so I moved to Evernote. And Evernote's an old tool. People swear by it. I started using it. It started getting very clunky and slow for me. So I've actually now moved to Notes, which is a legacy tool on every Mac. And honestly, I've been using it for 3 years now. It is a great tool. It's fast. If I open my phone, it's on there. If I open my iPad, my laptop, it all syncs up. And it's very simple, and I take notes there, and it works. It just works.
I love that. I love that. And Rich has gotten me to use it. And I'll do things like free thought. I'll free thought ideas. And then I get home and I'm watching a show and I think, I want to add a couple things. It's right there on my phone. No problem. I can just add a couple of things, even though I was on my desktop. No problem. I just love it. So thank you for that one, Rich. I appreciate it.
Our third tool is DocuSign. For 15 years, I sent PDF welcome packets. So when a client starts with me, I would send them a welcome packet that kind of tells them what we're going to do in our coaching engagement. Also, they fill out personal info and stuff like that, questions. And many would print it out and handwrite their answers. But those days are long gone.
I know. And you know what? Doing everything electronically is so efficient and streamlined. And the product of DocuSign has changed really how we do things. People have to okay files. They have to okay all different kinds of media, for us. So it's absolutely no problem. It's just all streamlined.
Yeah, you could have your intros, you could have proposals I put in DocuSign, my welcome packets, my contracts, and other documents that you try to email or PDF. You just put them into DocuSign, and the clients then can just sign. So if you have invoices or anything, they sign it, they can initial it, they can date it, and it's all electronic. So the minute they do it, you get an alert saying they signed the contract. You can start the process.
And that's the part I love, because the speed. I absolutely love it. We've negotiated. We've come up with an agreement. I zip the thing back to them. They sign it. It's done. It is good. So I absolutely love that. Now, for our last tool, that we think is pretty amazing. It's Grammarly. And I got to say that this has been a huge godsend for me this year. I use my Google Docs. I absolutely love them. And it'll suggest things, and it will create when I spell aluminum wrong. And it's just not good with grammar. And all of a sudden you use Grammarly and you look like a genius. It's just the best.
Yeah, it's a great tool to have. It just hovers in the background. So anything that you're writing, it'll like come in and say, it'll underline it in red and going, I wouldn't use this term. Like a big one for me when I'm writing my blog post is to use the word that. And that is a filler word that you 9 times out of 10, you don't need that there. And also you spell aluminum wrong. I spell Australia wrong all the time. I don't know why. But Grammarly is great because it not only helps you with spelling, it helps you with punctuation, and it also helps you with grammar. And it also comes in and says, there's a better way to say this sentence, and it moves things around.
Oh my gosh. We worked on a 52-page program book over the summer. And the woman who normally would do the proofreading and editing and stuff was out of commission for our client side. And we were like, oh, what are we going to do? And someone said, let's run it through Grammarly and at least get something. It was so good.
Yeah.
We did it. It was such a time saver, but also the consistency from page 1 to 52 was so well done. We were really impressed with how it came together.
Yeah, and it doesn't force you. I mean, if you don't want to do that, you just hit dismiss. But it's great. It runs. There's a free version. I would tell everybody, get the free version. Try that one first and see if you like it. And then the paid version's like about $120 a year, but they do have discounts once in a while. But it's for $10 a month. I have perfect writing, and I suggest it to all my clients. You look so much more professional when your emails and your blog posts and your proposals and everything just are perfect. They're perfect.
Yeah, really works out good. Well, that's it for this week. We hope you've taken a couple of these under things. Also, email us if you have other tools that you'd love us to talk about. We would love to do that. You can reach out to me at bj@newrenew.com and rich@richg.com.
Yeah, thanks to our producer, Richard Scalzo, who's bringing us in through another year. Thank you, Richard. You've been great.
Oh, definitely. And have an unbelievable week. We'll catch you later.